Welcome to Tianmu Lake, one of the most remarkable places I've ever visited in China, maybe even the most remarkable. We enjoyed exceptional service, breathtaking views, delicious food and endless fun. And the highlight? We dined with a chef known for serving his signature dishes to some of China's most renowned officials. At the beginning, however, I wasn't aware it was going to be this much fun. We'll be here for all of tomorrow and then some of Sunday. I think we're going to go and do some activities, but I'm not sure what. It's my parents-in-law that have arranged it. We haven't been involved in the planning of this one. Our first stop was a VIP visit to the mountainous area on the south side of the lake. Here we donned our life vests and took a ride in one of these boats made solely from bamboo. Oh, these are boats! I thought it was a platform. I didn't realise it was actually a boat. As rickety as they look, the boats were able to seat all 5 of us, and they were propelled and manoeuvred by a single pole of bamboo. During the ride, we spotted this performance right in the middle of the lake.
I want them to stop the boat so we can watch the show.
It was quite calm and relaxing, but I don't know how they got the birds to sit there so calmly. The next stop was to take the funicular up the mountain to see the pandas. I'm not usually scared of heights, but the speed and the steepness at which this went up did make you wonder what would happen if it failed. It's safe to say we arrived just fine, and on our way to see the pandas, we were treated to 2 very interesting shows, the first of which was a lion dance. We were first enticed by this yellow lion, which then took us on to see this purple lion. I have to say I had a lot of respect for the 2 men in this suit, because at the time it was incredibly hot, like 37 degrees, and my camera was almost overheating. The second act was this face changer, which I forgot to get some footage of, but he did breathe fire as well. Lots of it.
It's petrol down there. It's fire.
Fire comes out of his mouth, like a dragon. To get to the pandas, we had to cross this bridge, which had a whole bunch of chimes or bells hanging from the roof. You could also get a really good view here. Finally, we made it to the pandas enclosure, or panda, because there was only one when we got there, and even he was sleeping. Is that how they sleep? It's a bit like you and Roger when you're sleeping in the bed.
No, it's not.
Oh, your limbs everywhere. We found out that the pandas were actually separated at this time, because if they got together, they might fight. We of course couldn't leave without buying the kids a panda souvenir.
I got a newborn baby panda. No, it's not newborn. It's not newborn because newborn baby pandas are pink.
Panda cat. We then headed back down the funicular and saw this great big head before heading off to see more of the lake. And so we've had lunch and a rest, and now the plan is to go on a boat across the lake. The boat was very nice, and we had it all to ourselves. When we came in, they had all this food laid out for us. The plan was for it to take us all the way to this tea island. The lake itself covers an area of over 300 square kilometers, and being a nature reserve, it currently enjoys legal conservation status. When we arrived on the island, I had a chance to showcase my Chinese reading skills. 中国枪岛, I think. On the island, they had a museum all about tea, but more interestingly, they had these old buildings, which reminded my wife of her grandparents' house. Kitchen just looks exactly the same as your grandparents' kitchen.
Even for that, that's what we are really old.
Exactly the same. Chilies.
我们可以看到真正它在一个吃的地方，对。哎呀，那也是 like my great grandma's bedroom。对。
Chamber.
你要尿尿在里面，还是你不尿尿，你要去外面的厕所啦？ If you didn't have one of the pots, then you would have to go in your pajamas outside to do the toilet.
That's right.
So the toilets are outside back here.
That's right.
Especially in the winter, that'd be
That would be cold, wouldn't it? We then came across these old water wheels, and I even had a hand at trying one myself. Our final stop, after a little bit of magic, was supposedly to go to war with Genghis Khan.
We're at war with Genghis Khan.
War will certainly work up an appetite, which leads me to the most interesting part of the trip. We were fortunate enough to dine on the top floor of the Tianmu Hotel. We were served numerous mouth-watering dishes, including things like sea cucumber, but the most awesome part was being personally served by the renowned chef Zhu Shuncai, whose signature dish is this shaguo yutou. He has personally cooked for former leaders and presidents of China, such as Deng Xiaoping, Jiang Zemin, and Hu Jintao, but I'll let him do the name dropping.
这个是这道菜的发明的人。
对。
He invented this dish.
邓小平、江泽民、胡锦涛都是
He
我吃的。
cooked for our empire. 邓小平、
江泽民、
江泽民、
胡锦涛、
胡锦涛、
朱镕基、温家宝、李克强都是我吃给他做。
Wow.
厉不厉害？
厉害。
Impressive, right? And I have to say, the fish was very, very good.
That brings us to the end of our journey here at Tianmu. We did lots in a couple of days. It's very fun. The kids enjoyed it. Didn't see half of what's here. There's so much to do. Let's see what's next.